Hello again, welcome back to Between the Keys. I'm going to do a quick review today of this Rode NT USB microphone. So it comes with a pop filter. I'll try and move it slowly so not to make too much noise. Here it is from the front. It's a USB mic, so it plugs in at the bottom with a standard USB cable, USB Type C for the PC, and I think they call this USB Type A. It's the long oblong one. NT USB comes with a stand as well, small stand, quite a sturdy stand, although it is small, and you can actually adjust it, although it has a tendency to fall over unless you have it in exactly the right spot. Now there are some stands that would probably fit this and have it in the podcast style that attach to your desk, and I actually haven't managed to find one yet, but I know they must exist and I would like to buy one, and that's on my list of chores, is to buy one of those at some point. But for now this one's doing okay. This one's quite sturdy. The mic itself is big and, well, big-ish, but well made. Heavy is what I meant to say. And there are two dials on the side, and I'll try and show you those if the lighting's okay. There's one at the top, which is your volume while you have it plugged in with the computer, and then this is when you've got the headphones plugged in and you can turn the volume up and down there. And then you have the headphone input, which is your 3mm jack, I believe they call that. And I do have some headphones. Here they are. I'm going to review them next up on the channel. These are the studio headphones that I use. They are Beyerdynamic DT770 Pros, but I actually use those plugged into the piano when I do piano tutorials. So if you're interested in my setup, the review of the piano is doing very well on the channel, so I'm glad people are enjoying that. And it's a good piano that I use, this Roland FP30X that you can't see right now, but it's just over here. So check that video out if you're interested in the piano that I'm using in the videos that I'm making. This is the mic, as I say, the Rode NT USB. I do think it's a good mic. So the review is, it's very good. It's sturdy. It's moved house with me several times. I think I've had it 3 years or maybe more. So it's moved house with me in England a few times, or maybe I've had it 4 years. And and then I moved abroad to Thailand, and it's come with me in a suitcase in the the thin leather case that it comes with, which I do have in the apartment. It's actually over there. I'll grab it because it comes with this case. You could probably keep it in this case all the time if you want to keep it away from dust. But I'm just a maverick now. I'm just leaving it out. I don't even keep it in the case. You know, I've got the AC on at night. Probably all kinds of dust particles and stuff going in it. But for now, I mean, it seems to be working fine. So just until it doesn't work, don't worry about it. I used to put it away in the case, but yeah, that's the point. I mean, now I don't, and it seems to be. I think it's quite rugged, to be honest. It seems sturdy, and I think the sound quality is good. But coming to the sound, I just recently discovered I'm not really fully in the shot, am I? Never mind. I just recently discovered the sound settings on the MacBook, and I felt like a big doofus. But so I've had the volume set too low. You can change the volume on here, as I say, but it doesn't seem to affect anything in OBS. Although there is a microphone slider in OBS Studio, so I can turn it up and down now on OBS. Here we go, down and then back up. I've actually currently got it set to -1 dB on OBS Studio, and if I show you this, I can actually show you this, right? So let me just drag this over. This is the sound settings. Here we go. Let me move myself over as well. So here's the sound settings, and if you go to, how do I make this a bit smaller so you can see? So you want to go to audio is what I've typed in, and then you click on audio. Let me actually go to the window. So you click on audio and then you go to input output down here. And then at the bottom, can you believe it? There's a slider here, and I've got it now set to 1 below the top. At top I think it would now be peaking, but as I say, I could turn it down on OBS. For some reason in OBS these dials don't work. I'm sure there's a workaround for that, but I haven't figured that out. But for a long time it was actually down here at 2, just underneath halfway. And then what I was doing, and again I feel very silly, but let's get rid of this Mac OS screen capture because it's surely making the MacBook struggle, but not too badly. Yeah, I felt silly because I was putting my videos into Veed, which is a software that I've paid for. I'll put a link to it in the description, as well as these other products that I'm using and the Amazon links for this in the US and the UK, in case you are interested in buying one. But Veed.io is a software that I pay $20 a month for, and it's a Chrome browser, AI video software. So I can play the piano, record for an hour, and I plan to put AI video to it with the stock AI stuff they have on there. But anyway, you can also put your videos in and then up the volume. So it sounds ridiculous, but I've actually been upping the volume thinking this mic was too quiet until very recently when I found that setting. So that's how you turn the volume up. Go to the audio settings in MacBook. I think when I first started doing these videos, and I've done over 100 now, but I looked it up and I couldn't find it straight away, the audio settings for the mic, and I just gave up, but they are in there. So anyway, I found them in the end. And so this is the audio from very close up. Hopefully I'm not peaking too much. I don't think I'm peaking. I'm looking at the setting there. It seems okay. But if I come back here, you'll see that maybe now I'm getting a bit harder to hear, but hopefully still audible. And so yeah, for about $150, or maybe I paid a bit more. I might have paid closer to 200, but this was 3 or 4 years ago when it was a much newer device. But I think if you can get it for 150 or less, again, I know GBP to USD, but it'll be different depending on where. But I think it's a good microphone. It's very simple to set up. USB straight into one of these. I've got 2 of these. This is like, I guess you'd call it a dongle. You can get these cheaply on Amazon too. Plug it into that. Plug that into your MacBook or other Windows device. I mean, if you've got a Windows laptop, you don't even need one of those. I don't like that MacBooks got rid of all the USB inputs, but what can you do? Never mind. You get one of these. I've got 2 of those, and they're all basically the same, and they're cheap anyway. So no real gripes. Easy to set up. Not too heavy. You can move it around. I want to get a bigger stand for it, and I'm sure I can find one eventually that's compatible to make it podcast style, coming from above, and then you can rotate on the desk. But hopefully I'll find one of those, and if I do, I'll put a link to that in the description too in the future. But until then, and until I review these studio headphones, which I've also had for several years and are going strong, that'll be next on the channel. But please click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and if you are interested in this mic, or you have any more questions or thoughts about it, if you own one maybe, then put your comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. There are many more songs that I want to teach on the channel, and I shall see you there. So ciao for now, and see you next time.